Hey guys, this is Elijah with Northvolt. I want to put up a video on how to make a holster mold, so that you can create your own holsters. This is going to be, I'm going to try and keep it as short and sweet as possible. Long story short, when I started making holsters, I found some videos by Philster and a guy that I think the name of his company was Southern One Tactical. I think he either shut the business down. For some reason I can't find him. Regardless, I found some videos online on YouTube from those two guys. They were very helpful. Some of their methods of molding out guns, I believe they've updated, and I never ended up finding videos on how they did that. So I kind of pieced some things together on my own, and I just want to throw some videos up there. There probably is some out there somewhere on how to do this. Probably even better than what I'm doing here. Very believable. But I don't think there's enough out there. And some of the methods that they use back then for taping stuff up, I think are a little bit outdated. So I just want to throw something up really fast. This is just a short teaser. I'm going to try and get the full thing up here as soon as possible. But two reasons that I want to post this up. Well, actually three reasons. The first would be that some folks on the IG asked for it, and thank you for the comments. I appreciate that. So I want to get that up for those guys. But two other reasons as well. Number one, just to help other holster makers if they're starting out like me, if they're still using semi-decently crude things like foam presses and they don't have a CNC machine so that they can cut this out in a split mold version in however many minutes, excuse me, maybe I can help them. And then probably the biggest reason is just for your average American patriot citizen out there who wants to make a holster for his battle belt, and he doesn't want to go spend $120 buying it from someone else. I can show you how to make one. I can show you how to make a holster that's quality, that doesn't scrape your slide, that falls, essentially into the holster until the retention starts on either the light or the trigger guard. I can show you how to make a quality holster for half to a fifth of the price of what they're going for out there. And so, regardless of what holster you buy on the market, whether it's, I'm not going to even list the brand name, what I'm going to show you how to make is going to have the same sort of sweet clicking, not scraping on the slide quality. I just want to be able to show the average Joe how to make something for his battle belt if he doesn't have the money to go buy it. If you don't have the money to go buy a top-notch holster, and I know some guys who are all over IG right now who make the best quality holsters. I can't afford them. If you can't afford them either, then I can show you how to make yours without buying one from me or Dan. And so very quickly, I'm going to run down just like 6 things that you have to know if you're shimming out a holster, and the rest will be in the longer video that I'm going to post up. Number one, and these are not in order of importance, but number one, your sights. You need a sight channel. You gotta put something on there, whether you're molding out your own gun, whether you're molding out a blue gun. You need a sight channel, or whether you bought a holster mold. But if you're trying to save money, you're probably using your own gun. You gotta have something in the sight channel so that your front sight does not drag down the holster. Number two, if you're not making a light bearing holster, then you need to put some tape, multiple layers of tape over the rails so that they don't drag out of the holster. If you're doing a light bearing holster, that's a whole nother story. You're going to have to create all kinds of channels for the light to come out of. But it's a lot simpler than it sounds. Number three, you need to shim out everything like the slide, releases, safeties if you have them, like on this. Okay, we've got all kinds of stuff going on here. We need to get those shimmed out. Number four, you need to shim out your ejection port. Otherwise, you're never going to get the gun out of the holster, no matter how hard you pull. Number five, you need to shim out the trigger guard so that you have that nice smooth click when you go into the holster. Number six, you need to tape up the slide. You've got to tape up the slide. I normally end up with 6 layers of tape on my slide, and I just use blue tape and this stuff here that I really like. It's like HVAC tape, but blue tape works fine. At least at least about 6 layers of tape, and that creates like a 32nd of an inch of space between the kayaks and your slide, so that you don't scrape your slide all day long. That's pretty much the majority of it. I guess there would be a 7th. You add the mounting shims and the retention shims, and that's what these blocks of wood sticking off the bottom of the pistol and up here are. It basically allows you to mount clips and screws to squeeze or release tension on the weapon. So I mean, it's 7 things. Super easy to do with blue tape. Doesn't take a lot of time. Simple. Everybody can piece together the rest of the tools to make the holster on your own. So I'm going to throw some videos up. I'm going to try and be as professional as I can, and as short-winded as I can, so that you guys don't lose patience. But it's really very simple to make a holster that normally sells for like anywhere between $50 and $130 online. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. Hopefully this will be helpful to you, and hopefully other people will see this who know how to make these better than I do, and will get on there and say, hey, this is some other better tips that I know of. So yeah, more videos coming, guys, and I look forward to seeing the interaction on the social media.